So my next spiritual experience, my next three actually happened in prison. So my first one is, and I'm actually going to get up on the board here real fast and draw y'all something. But my first spiritual experience that happened in prison is I tried meditation for the first time. And meditation is something that I do. I don't do as much as I used to. And I think that will change with the creation of this channel, because I also intend on including meditations. And but I want you guys to have my formula. I'm gonna put it up here on the board right with my weight loss one. The way it'll always be there. You guys will always have it for free. Okay. And that is, so I decided to meditate for the first time. I didn't do any specific pose, you know. There's the idea, I would say the westernized idea, that you have to sit with your legs in some sort of like pretzel manner. Nah, I didn't do that. I just sat cross-legged in my bunk, and I started to focus on my breathing. That's what I'm gonna get up here right now for you. So I started to focus on my breathing, right? And the way I did this was, even though I was in prison, and even though I knew I was surrounded by negativity, I wasn't worried about the negativity outside of me. I wanted to work on the negativity inside of me, if that makes any sense. So what I did was I focused on my breathing, and I focused on inhaling positive and exhaling negative. That's all I did. I understand this might be quite the statement, because to tell you that I could sit down right now and meditate for 7 hours straight, couldn't do it. But I had already been in prison for about 1.5 years, and decided I wanted to try meditation for the first time. It means I had been sober, not always, because I guess it is prison. But I had been sober off and on for long periods of time. And what ended up happening was I ended up meditating, no doubt, on my first time for 7 hours straight. It ended with an astral projection. We'll talk about that. We'll get into this a little bit. But first, I want to explain to you how it is that I went about doing that, and what my process was, what it was that started it. I'm not saying you'll end with a 7-hour meditation, but I'm saying that you will get to meditate by doing this. So, a shout out to my boy Lord Ganesha. So, on meditation, we have on breathing period, we have the inhale, we have what we can hold, and then we have the exhale, right? So you're inhaling and you want to count your breath. You're holding, you want to count your hold. And you're exhaling, you want to count your exhale. Now, I want to be specific about this. I want you to understand. It's not honestly about how long you can hold your breath. You should try, okay? But the main importance here, the main thing to focus on is you want to count your breath coming in, and you want to count your breath going out. And you want both to be slow, and the exhale is just as important as the inhale. This holding your breath thing, it does something for you. You can work into it more, and as you do, your meditation will expand. But to start with, you want to count to 10 if you can. If you can't, no big deal. Focus on when you exhale, you're going to slow that exhale down, and you want to make it so that you inhale for a count of 10. Now that might be too much for you, okay? You might not have the lung capacity, you might not have the ability to, but you want to find your number, okay? But my number is 10 on the inhale, okay? 10 on the hold, and 10 on the exhale. So couple things you need to know here. Number one, okay, that's why we're doing this on a board real fast. Number one, you can breathe through your mouth, okay? But you notice how I drew a straight line there? We're gonna keep that sucker shut, okay? Believe that or not, okay? What you want to do is you want to open up this. Now put a big old nose hole right there. You want to open up that nose hole, okay? So number one, when you're meditating, you want to breathe in and out through your nose. I know some people will say breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Man, you know what? If that works for you, that's cool. It's too much thinking for me. I'm not interested in thinking when I'm meditating. As far as you'll get it anyways. So you want to inhale and exhale through your nose. And the reason why I'm doing this on a board is because I want to point this out to you. Now you can research it on your own. I'm sure I'll end up talking about it eventually here, right? But there's this thing, right? You got your little eyes, right? But there's this thing that sits right here, right? And I mean, I'm not saying that you touch it with your nasal passages. I don't know. But I'm saying that what you are causing is airflow to come both in and out through the same passage that is close to what is known as the pineal gland. Check it out, right? Look it up. It is the shape of a pine cone. It is an eyeball. You have an actual third eyeball sitting right here. No doubt, right here. See where the little wrinkly part is right here? Right there. That's where your third eye is. Okay, right? I hope I look good and goofy for y'all. All right. So what you want to do is you want to inhale and exhale through your nose. And I mean, like, sure, I'd like to sit here and be all scientific about positive energy, negative energy, about the simple fact, not spiritually speaking, but physics-wise speaking, about the fact that you are an electrical being and you are actively choosing to create friction and other things, static electricity probably, I don't know, but you are choosing to draw energy into your body through a passage that goes directly where the pineal gland is. So I choose to keep all that happening right there, right where that third eye is. All right. Now, the second thing you need to know is how do babies breathe, right? Can we talk about that? How do babies breathe? See, when we breathe, we're worried about looking fit, right? So notice I breathe in, right? Because I don't want my belly to look no way, right? But when you're a baby, you ain't worried about that, right? So babies breathe with their belly. Now see that? I get a little closer. With their belly. Babies breathe with their belly. Right? So when we meditate, we want to breathe through our nose, we want to inhale, we want to use our belly. Now there's two sides to this, and I don't know that personally I'm not versed in the other side of this, right? Because there's two technical ways to breathe, right? And you're doing neither one of them, by the way. Number one, you just sitting here breathing normal, right? Trying to keeping your physique, right? Looking whatever, right? You're not doing it, right? But the two ways to breathe is that a baby breathes like, and the second thing is that whenever you get scared, right, or whenever something happens that emotionally affects you to cause you to draw in a sharp breath, you go. Now you're not sitting here, right, on the average, on this whole trying to keep your physique looking a certain way, whatever, right? You're not sitting here and actually sucking all the way in. Right? But when you get scared, when you get that jolt, when somebody pops out of the corner, you go, right? You go, right? And so what you want to do is the two ways to breathe. Number one is belly. Number 2 is chest and lungs. Belly, chest and lungs. Now, if you do the belly breathing, you will get relaxed. If you do the chest and lung breathing, you will create heat in your body, but you will also create energy inside your body. But that's part of a different practice. I don't know. I don't know exactly where I picked that up from, as far as the knowing the 2 different ways to breathe. But you will create a ginormous amount of energy inside your body by breathing the sharp breathe. I think it's like a defense reflex mechanism of your body. Whenever you get scared, you pull in to pull that energy into your body so that you can respond, right? You with me? So we're not looking to respond. We're not looking to fight. We're not looking to nothing. We're looking to relax and meditate, right? So what we're doing is we're breathing in through our nose and out through our nose, but we're also inhaling that energy and exhaling that energy in our belly, right? And we want to visualize that if we can. If not, don't worry about it, right? But so I did that while I was in prison for the first time. Meditating, not the first time in prison. But I did that while I was in there, and it was euphoric.